Howdy, I wanted to talk about Mad Experiments Escape Room. Now, this is a game that's meant from 1 to, I believe it's 3 or 4 players. I believe it's 4. And it's a game escape room. You know, if you like Escape Academy, it's that sort of thing. If you like the Room games, which I really like, or the House of Da Vinci games, then this game's going to be for you. So the game I played on PS5, and it looked, you know, pretty good for what it was. There was 3 basically rooms. 3 rooms, 3 different missions you can do. And you can do it single player or again with a group. And each one's a little bit different. And as I played through this game, as someone who does like puzzle games but is not the best at them, I did feel like playing through this, and I played all 3 because you can skip ahead if you want. I did feel this was better suited for multiple people. Playing it solo, I felt it was kind of tough, and you know, I'm only good at certain puzzles over other types of puzzles, and you know, it could be just me. Probably it's just me, but playing through it, I was struggling with it a lot. I would figure out the first few puzzles, and there was something I'd get stuck on or couldn't quite figure out what to do, and I wish I had somebody there with me to help guide me through it. Just because too, the areas themselves are bigger. It's not just like necessarily room, it's an area. Like the first area is kind of a multi-level place inside a house, and then you have another area that's more outdoors, and then you have one that's inside this giant like toy baby room. And you could feel the big space, how it was meant for multiple people, and that's kind of what the game is based around. I feel like the best experience you're gonna get from this game is playing it with at least 2 to 3 people to kind of go around and do different stuff. I got the furthest actually in the last part of the game, but even then I had to kind of look up what to kind of do and figure stuff out. I did get the furthest though in the last mission of the game. I still didn't finish it. I still got stuck on 1 or 2 things, but I was able to get my way through it for the most part on my own, figuring out what to do. And I was like, oh, okay, that felt kind of good. But yeah, I wasn't able to finish any of these 3. And the good part about this is there's a timer. The game tells you the timer. There is an option to get rid of the timer completely, so you're not in a rush, and you can take your time with it, take as much as you want. But you know, escape rooms usually have a timer attached to it, so it gives you a full hour. I mean, it gives you a good length of time. So that when you see that, you're like, oh, that's pretty like overwhelming. That's like a good length of time they're giving me. So again, with that multiplayer sort of aspect element to it, you can see that it's like, oh, trying to solve this by myself, and like even an hour, it's like pushing it a little bit. But it's nice that they have the clock there. There's the clock you can check as much as you want, and they'll tell you the update time, but this is how much time you have left, and that sort of thing. And the other part I did like about this game a lot is there is a story. It might not be the most, you know, engaging story in the world, but it's an interesting little story, and even though I was kind of skipping between all the areas, I could easily pick that up, that there was a story carryover. That the character you're playing, or characters you would be playing, kind of got forced into this, it feels like, and then there was somebody that went through this before, and you're kind of learning what happened to this person previously, and kind of why are these rooms happening, who's kind of behind this, why are they doing it. So there is a story mystery element to it that does carry over if you play all the missions in order. So I really like that as a story person of the game. It was nice to get some glimpses into that, but again, not be able to get through most of the game, I kind of missed out on all that was really happening. And yeah, it's tough with games like this, because sometimes, just depending on who you are, some things get picked up better in your brain than others. And I just kept running into a brick wall after a certain point with all 3 of the missions I did. Again, though, even though the missions are an hour long, there is only 3 of them, so this would be a good thing to, you know, play 1 mission each day, and then that you get through the game. That's it. It's not insanely long or anything like that. It's doesn't overstay its welcome. It gives you 3 solid hours of gameplay in 3 different areas. They're all unique and different. And then once you're finished, you're done, you're out, and you can move on to the next thing. So if you like escape rooms, you know people to play it with, good game to stream, I would definitely recommend checking this out.